Hello, my name is Dr. Diwan S. Raja. Today I will discuss about the development of the diaphragm. Diaphragm develops from four components. These are the septum transversum, the pleuroperitoneal membrane, the dorsal mesentery of the esophagus, and the body wall mesenchyme. Okay, we got that. Contribution from four sources. One is septum transversum, that is a mesodermal block between the developing heart and the liver. Another one is the pleuroperitoneal membrane. This also developed from the mesoderm of the body wall. The dorsal mesentery of the esophagus, that will contribute in the formation of the crura of the diaphragm. Body wall mesenchyme will again contribute to form the peripheral part of the diaphragm. So from septum transversum we get the central tendon of the diaphragm, From the pleuroperitoneal membrane we are getting the dome of the diaphragm, pleuroperitoneal membrane. Okay. From the dorsal mesentery of the esophagus we are getting from the pleuroperitoneal membrane we are getting the dome of the diaphragm. Okay. And from the dorsal mesentery of the esophagus we are getting the crura of the diaphragm. Okay, so the domes are coming from so this is number one, central tendon from septum transversum, pleuroperitoneal membrane to the dorsal mesentery of the esophagus. We're getting three, that is that, and the body wall mesenchyme. This is number four, body wall mesenchyme. Okay, this is number four. It will also contribute periphery of the dome, periphery of the diaphragm. Okay, we got that. Sources of development of the diaphragm. Then the myoblast of the diaphragm is coming from cervical myotome. Okay, muscles are derived from the cervical myotome and from the myoblast of the septum transversum that will contribute in the formation of this myoblast and myotome will contribute in the formation of the skeletal muscle of the diaphragm. Okay. Regarding the nerve supply, is because it is coming out of the cervical myotome, so it's because it is coming from mostly from cervical myotum. So C3, C4 and C5, so nerve supply is from phrenic nerve. It also gets contribution from body wall mesenchyme at the periphery, so it is getting innervation from lower intercostal nerves. Okay, there is a nerve supply, and we must know the descent of the diaphragm. Descent of the developing diaphragm. Okay, so diaphragm initially is located at the cervical region. Okay, it descends due to the rapid growth of the neural tube and back, neural tube and back. So ultimately it goes from, so it moves from cervical region to the lumbar region, upper lumbar region, moves from cervical region to upper lumbar region, but it pick up the phrenic nerve from the cervical myotum through the pleuropericardial membrane passage of the phrenic nerve. Okay, we got that. Now go some of the birth defect associated with the development of diaphragm. One is congenital diaphragmatic hernia. Congenital diaphragmatic hernia. This happens on the posterolateral aspect of the left dome of the diaphragm because left pleuroperitoneal membrane closes late with that of the central tendon and the body wall mesenchyme. So that's why more chance to get congenital diaphragmatic hernia in the posterolateral aspect of the left dome of the diaphragm. Okay, this one we might have parasternal hernia. Also called retrosternal hernia. We may have eventuation of hernia. Muscle do not develop in the left dome of the diaphragm, just a membrane, so content will go to the thorax like that of this congenital diaphragmatic hernia, but here it is covered by a membrane. And we might have accessory diaphragm. Okay, so that's all about the development of the diaphragm. If you like my video, please support my channel, please subscribe me, please share the information with your friends, and have a nice day. Bye now.